By the time the system comes into play, the damage is done. They're not locking up 7-year-olds. I don't, the system is rigged, but why, all the more reason not to help it.
Going to a party that ain't nothing but sin. Drinking, maybe fornication.
Another drama is apparently brewing in Hollywood, along with the most recent information on Bishop Jake's shocking fall from grace. Social media has been ablaze with debate about it, when rumors circulated that he was apprehended at one of the alleged parties, and it seems that their bond is stronger than we all realized. And some of Philip continues to see the drama as it develops. Denzel Washington is refusing to back down. Rumor has it that he has been subtly disparaging Bishop Jake without even calling him out by name. How do you inquire? Well, in an interview with CBN regarding his film, he revealed some spiritual tea.
Opposing minorities, and Roman delves into the issues around the legal system.
The Grapevine claims that Denzel shared some extremely profound insights about his values and how they influence his life both on and off screen. The guys have this huge showbiz mindset mixed together with Christianity. For him, faith was much more than a sentimental concept, and it's undoubtedly not for everyone. You have to make advantage of your gifts, as the titan of film remarked. You know, religion by itself is meaningless. Hence, not everyone needs to be an advocate. But here's the thing. Apparently, Denzel had this epiphany where a mystic woman foresaw that his career in Hollywood would help him become a worldwide celebrity, rather than a preacher in some stuffy old church. And you know what his pastor said to him when he wondered if preaching was his calling? Denzel seems to already possess all the necessary skills to shine the light on individuals who choose to follow their faith in secrecy, such as Bishop Jates, who has reportedly attended Diddy's dashes on a regular basis. At the Christmas Eve service at the Potter's home, the 66-year-old pastor seemed to address the accusations, labeling the people making them liars.
I haven't been in a storm, I haven't been up under attack. I'm fine.
But there's no going back once you're in the spotlight for exposure. Denzel alluded to biblical themes in his discussion of his newest film, naming his character to demonstrate the breadth of his faith and its applicability in the modern era. It was Denzel's method of using his talent to upend the status quo and draw attention to the most sinister periods in the business. Our more basic natures and our higher natures, in my opinion, are constantly at odds with one another. Denzel Washington, though, isn't merely here to incite drama. He's out here advocating for change with his talent, but some others, to put it mildly, they're picking up some lessons the hard way. Denzel Washington's unshakable faith has been a beacon for people around him in the midst of turbulence and scandals. Consider the infamous Oscar slap scandal from 2022, for example. As it happens, Denzel was trying to patch things up backstage following the entire incident. Denzel shared some wisdom in an interview, cautioning against the devil appearing at the most auspicious times.
The devil got a hold of that circumstance, that night, and fortunately there were people there.
Even during the Oscars, he uploaded a little clip from Will Smith's victory speech, implying that when the devil gets involved, there might be a good thing going on. However, Bishop Jake's charges go much beyond a simple slap. He personally addressed the matter after being accused of misbehavior at Diddy's bashes, stating, "He has nothing to repent of, the worst that could happen. If all of this is true, all I have to do is truly and deeply apologize from my heart. The blood has sufficient power to atone for all sins. Whatever the case, the blood would make everything right. But I don't have to feel bad about it. The worst part is that such transgressions or bad relationships are unlikely to go unpunished. And with Washington's backlash, we might see the downfall of yet another powerful person."
You know, you find different handles. You know, I tried as much as I could to wear the real.
Denzel's modesty is ingrained in him. It's not simply an act for the cameras. He frequently visits hospitals and makes unnoticed donations to institutions. However, he is unable to put up with the recent apparent departure from faith displayed by T.D. Jakes, the influential Potter House Church preacher. His relationship with the music entrepreneur dates back a long way, and it appears that they have similar opinions about their hobby. There have been rumors that Bishop Jake's unwavering morals suffered while he had sex with several different men at wild parties thrown by troubled music producer Sean Puffy Combs. Besides, they haven't exactly been hiding it. Social media fans are expected to witness yet another spectacular collapse as it appears that a new hot drama is about to unfold. This is the season of exposure, as someone said. We all know that she accused the hip-hop entrepreneur of horrible deeds during their 10-year relationship, and she filed and settled a civil action against him. Recently, a highly revealing email that claims Bishop Jake is not a child of God was leaked to the public. He is definitely a Freemason, just like Diddy was. It is also said that the devil continues to speak for his soul. He will never be able to leave or escape that harsh reality, and based on people's responses, it appears that the date of his personal judgment is drawing near.
Thank you for being concerned about me. I can feel you. I can feel you. I'm okay. Come on.
Rapper and hip-hop artist Maze also shared his knowledge of Diddy and Jake's relationship in addition to all of the above. For fans of hip-hop, Mace and Diddy's financial dispute is nothing new. Mace was formerly among the top performers connected to Diddy's Bad Boy label. But things took a bad turn for the two of them in the early 2000s when Mace voiced his grievances, claiming that Diddy was abusing him and underpaying him for the labor he had put in.
You ain't getting the money, you ain't getting the publishing, you ain't getting the respect.
Mace has been outspoken about his dissatisfaction with Diddy, particularly since the latter's 2020 Grammy address, in which he criticized the industry's lack of regard for black music. Mace charged Diddy with being a hypocrite and denying him the opportunity to publish for a whole 24 years. But what you wonder is Pastor T.D. Jake's involvement in this fight with people. Mace claims that Diddy has an unexpected relationship with the well-known minister. In his song titled Oracle 2, The Emancipation of Mbia, Mace dropped a bombshell that everyone appears to have missed. He rapped, he got a deal with T.D. Jakes. That's why he never paid me. He knew I'd be free one day, and he ain't want me to say what I'm about to say now. Apparently, back then, Mace was insinuating that Diddy did some type of dirty arrangement with T.D. Jakes, and it resulted in a lifelong association, whose repulsive details are floating on the social media now.
These guys have organized a mass organized effort to slander my name.
Sadly, neither Diddy nor T.D. Jakes had the courage to address Mace's accusations, which just served to fuel rumors. Nevertheless, some fans have conjectured that Mace might be alluding to an event from 2014 in which Diddy gave $1 million to TD's Dallas church, saying, "Bishop Jakes is one of the most transformational leaders of our time who has made a profound impact on my life." Diddy personally backed their collaboration at the time. We are so grateful that he has joined the Revolt family and is using his talent to uplift society. Nonetheless, several detractors questioned Diddy's motivations, wondering if he was trying to gain favor with T.D. Jakes or get a tax deduction. Others emphasized Diddy's history of taking advantage of and underpaying musicians.
I don't want the publishing, I want the money. Come on, y'all think he doing a good thing because he give back some publishing? Come on, man.
Do you guys really believe that his publishing setbacks prove he's doing good? Man, get moving. A video of Jake's attendance at Diddy's 53rd birthday celebration went viral on social media in 2022, fueling even more fervor. The executive vice president of T.D. Jakes Entertainment, who was also present at the celebration, responded to the criticism by clarifying that the pastor made a fleeting appearance. Either way, they were suspicious of Jake's attendance at Diddy's parties and his seeming closeness to the hip-hop tycoon. Gene Deal, Diddy's ex-bodyguard, claimed that the Saints shouldn't be associated with sinners, casting doubt on Jake's role.
He would be found at any kind of Diddy party or any kind of place with Diddy.
Everyone is aware of the unsettling events that take place at Diddy's notorious parties. Celebrities have been hinting for years about questionable conduct and goings-on at Diddy's private parties, in addition to insiders. And based on the criticism, Bishop Jakes was used to similar outbursts. At first, I thought TD Jakes might be trying to be the light before P. Diddy. But seeing him partake with the world by being at his party is a whole different ballgame, someone wrote.
Spike Lee has put more African Americans to work in this business than anyone else in the history of this business. And don't call me Tyler Perry, don't you call me.
A lot of stuff that's on today is coonery and buffoonery. We could do better.
We're talking about Tyler Perry at this point.
I will punch the out of you. Say something else.
That is my answer to Spike Lee. Go.
I will punch the out of you.
Right now, Tyler Perry is the topic of discussion. I'm going to give you a punch. As one of the most active producers and directors of our day, Tyler Perry has unquestionably left a lasting legacy in the entertainment and cinema industries. Although his incredible career has been marked by immense success and public attention, it has also been marked by a fair amount of controversy. The portrayal of Black characters in Tyler Perry's work has been the subject of some of the most well-known disputes. Prominent Black actors have expressed worries that Perry's portrayals of Black people reinforce stereotypes and reduce them to one-dimensional representations.
I know the damage that the dehumanization that's been done through the imagery throughout the history of television and movies.
Denzel Washington, an eminent figure in the entertainment industry, whose critical insights and opinions carry significant weight in shaping a broader discourse surrounding Perry's creative output and igniting meaningful discussions among fans, critics, and fellow artists alike, is one of those who has reportedly expressed reservations about Perry's work. Tyler Perry's rise in show business is evidence of his tremendous talent and unwavering commitment. His carefully constructed entertainment empire is distinguished by a special blend of drama, humor, and relatable narrative. Perry has simultaneously pushed for the importance of presenting varied perspectives on the big screen and championed the subject of representation in Hollywood. The centerpiece of his artistic portfolio is the legendary figure of Medea, an unstoppable force of nature whose outrageous actions and larger-than-life personality have won over fans all over the world. However, despite his immense popularity and success, Tyler Perry's work has generated a lot of controversy, especially among some established Black performers and the Black community. Some of Perry's characters, most famously the adored Medea, are criticized for unintentionally perpetuating stereotypes and portraying Black people as weak, silly, or one-dimensional characters. During this tense debate, Denzel Washington makes a noteworthy contribution, not content to only voice her worries about the way Black actors are portrayed in Hollywood. Washington has taken an active stance in favor of other Black celebrities who have similar issues about how their community is portrayed in the industry. Notable supporter of this project is the well-known director Spike Lee. For a considerable amount of time, Spike Lee, a visionary director renowned for his unreserved storytelling style and dedication to accurately portraying the Black experience, has been a strong proponent of giving Black performers and filmmakers more opportunities in the entertainment business. Denzel Washington gave a brief speech in 2015 at the Governor Awards to recognize Spike Lee's enormous efforts to this cause. Washington said in his sincere homage, "Spike Lee has employed more African Americans in this industry than anyone else in its history." Filmmaker Spike Lee and actor-producer Tyler Perry, two prominent members of the African American community, have been embroiled in a bitter and protracted public quarrel for a number of years. Filmmaker Spike Lee, a trailblazer recognized for politically charged films like Do the Right Thing, has always maintained that movies have the ability to speak to important social concerns. His films use a raw and strong energy to confront viewers with painful realities, acting as a mirror to America's violent past and ingrained bigotry. Spike Lee voiced concern about the effects of some works while addressing the state of Black art and stressing the value of individual artistic freedom. He charged that while making money off of aspects of American culture he finds problematic, musicians like Tyler Perry, were promoting concepts he believed to be racist. Lee vehemently maintained that while every artist should be free to pursue their creative aspirations, a lot of today's output still consists of coonery and buffoonery. In addition, he criticized and found the disturbing imagery in Perry's tragedies to be extremely unsettling. The central figure in this fierce conflict is Medea, a unique figure who has drawn both praise and criticism. Tyler Perry's exceptional comedic timing and acting talent brought the powerful, streetwise, old African-American woman Medea to life. The entertainment industry has never been the same since Perry's portrayal of Medea captivated audiences with her witty repartee, tough exterior, and hilarious antics. But renowned director and cultural critic Spike Lee strongly disagrees with Perry's interpretation of Medea. For Lee, Perry's act of cross-dressing is offensive to Black men and emasculating, and as such, it is bad for the Black community. According to Lee, this portrayal feeds damaging prejudices, continuing a negative imagery loop that has afflicted Black people for a long time. The primary claim of Lee's thesis is that Black people have gained some respect and recognition in society over time. He thinks that people with Perry's level of prominence and platform ought to use their artistic abilities to inspire and strengthen the Black community. Lee begs powerful people like Perry to be more mindful of the stuff they produce, rather than creating characters that reinforce stereotypes or employ humor at the expense of their own people. According to Spike Lee, African Americans have achieved great progress in a variety of spheres of society, including politics and entertainment. He contends that personalities that, in his opinion, propagate unfavorable stereotypes shouldn't be allowed to impede this advancement. Influential people like Tyler Perry should use his creative talents to further Black culture rather than using them to make fun of their own community through their depictions. Meanwhile, the argument about the responsibilities of prominent artists within the African American artistic community is embodied in the conflict between Spike Lee and Tyler Perry. Supporters of Perry contend, on the one hand, that his works have inspired, made many Black people laugh, and given them a sense of humor by providing them with stories and characters that they can relate to and relate to. His success, in their opinion, is proof of the variety of Black creativity and expression. However, Lee's position emphasizes how important media coverage is as a crucial component of cultural impact. He fervently emphasizes the immense power that entertainers like Perry possess, not just as entertainers, but also as perception and attitude shapers inside society. According to him, the decision to bravely confront preconceptions or to reinforce them is crucial and has an impact that goes much beyond the stage or screen. This decision carries a great deal of responsibility, one that goes beyond individual creative freedom to take into account the wider effects of one's creative decisions on the fabric of our collective consciousness. This calls on all of us to have a meaningful and life-changing conversation about the messages and narratives we absorb and spread. This protracted conflict has generated a lot of discussion in the entertainment sector and in the general public sphere. Many people on the internet share Spike Lee's concerns on the possible harm caused by Tyler Perry's work, especially with regard to the character of Medea. One person used Twitter to discuss this hotly debated topic and to share their personal concerns about Medea and similar representations. They argue that even if Tyler Perry's Medea features Black men dressing up for parts and is produced by highly successful contemporary Black artists, it still permits the widespread dehumanization and humiliation of Black women, which leads to actual violence against Black women. Another remarked, "I can't watch any of Tyler Perry's Medea movies, even though I admire his entrepreneurial prowess. I'm over that nonsense." The younger generation is unaware of how long Hollywood has been dressing up Black guys in gowns and bleached blonde wigs. Tyler continued to defend his well-liked Medea character against Spike Lee's previous criticism, in spite of the criticism. Perry discussed his unwavering affection for Medea in a 2022 HBO Max interview with Chris Wallace. He also addressed Spike Lee's previous criticism. which referred to his media endeavor as coonery buffoonery that perpetuated negative stereotypes of the Black community. Filmmaker and actor Tyler Perry, who has won multiple Emmys, has never shied away from controversy. With the help of the feisty, brazen, and utterly self-aware persona Medea, he has amassed an empire in the entertainment business. Perry has endured criticism and admiration for his Medea movies, but he hasn't wavered in his devotion to this legendary figure. Perry's passion for his own films served as the impetus for his exploration of the Medea universe and his unwavering support of her. With great emotion, he described these movies as a window into the culture he was raised in and the people he stands for. It's a universe firmly anchored in his individual past. Perry remembered his early years being defined by his mother's weekend travels to the projects. Perry didn't back down in the face of Spike Lee's criticism that his art was bringing up a past in Black lives that some would prefer to forget. So when someone says, "You're hearkening back to a point in our lives that we don't want to talk about or the world to see," he lashed back in an impassioned response. "You are ignoring the experiences of countless millions of Black people." Perry is adamant that Medea is in homage to the tales and experiences of a sizable segment of the Black community, and he won't allow anyone to stifle their voices. Furthermore, Perry noted that Medea's familiarity is what makes her appealing. These women and these experiences, Uncle Joe, and so on and so forth, Perry said, are like old friends to many people. It's like a reunion with characters and situations they know and love. It's relatable, it's comfortable, and it's often uproariously funny. But what's most important to Perry is that he's honoring the people who shaped him. What is important to me, he emphasized, is that I'm honoring the people that came up and taught and made me who I am. Perry's dedication to staying true to his roots is crystal clear. He's not just defending Medea, he's defending the rich cultural tapestry that she represents. A tapestry that encompasses the stories and experiences of countless Black individuals. In a more personal twist, Perry opened up about the abuse he endured at the hands of his father. He made a connection between that painful past and his journey to creating a billion-dollar brand. It's a revelation that adds layers to the story of Tyler Perry, making him even more relatable and real. "My father often sent a message to me a few years ago through my brother," Perry shared. He said, "If I beat your ass one more time, you would be Barack Obama," meaning that he thinks that his abuse brought me to success. It's a chilling idea that abuse could somehow be the fuel for success. But Perry had a profound counterpoint. "But he totally negates the love of my mother, and the love of my mother is what brought me here. It wasn't the abuse. It wasn't the rage and the anger. It was her love that brought me to this place." In any case, Spike Lee isn't the only one who has opined that Tyler Perry's portrayal of Medea can harm due to Black people. The American radio host Charlemagne also mirrored Lee's opinions on the matter. He thinks Perry has made all Black men look back. It's just like Tyler Perry. He paints a very negative portrayal of Black men. We ain't that bad. Like Jesus Christ. He even thinks it might be Perry's mastermind plan to make all Black men look bad and clear his own competition, which sounds very far-stretched. Sometimes I wonder if Tyler Perry is like he's going on. He's on a crusade to make Black men look as bad as possible so women don't want us no more so he can have all the men himself. Other established and successful Black artists have also spoken up about how ridiculous it is that only Black men get asked to dress up as women for the sake of comedy. Some think there is something much more sinister going on than what meets the eye. Dave Chappelle has given his opinions on the subject time and time again. He openly spoke about this in an interview. "When I see that they put every Black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them. They're like, why all these brothers gotta wear a dress? This happened to me." Dave recalled a story where he was also asked to wear a dress on set for the sake of a few laughs, but Dave put his foot down and refused to be humiliated on someone else's orders. He put this dress on and what? Now, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that. Cat Williams also pointed out this trend of putting new black artists in dresses. He spoke on it and said, "Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him." In any case, other than calling him out, Spike Lee has also acknowledged that Tyler Perry is a business mogul. Lee thinks the whole reason why Perry's work is so well recognized is because he is a smart businessman and knows how to captivate the audience, which according to Lee is all the more reason to be mindful and responsible about how Perry represents black people. A lot of this is on us. You vote with your pocketbook, your wallet, your time. The man has a huge audience and he's very smart with what he's done. At the same time, for me, just imagery is troubling, he said. Meanwhile, people are arguing that the so-called insistence to put black men in dresses might not be because the elites find it funny. It might be a way to humiliate and look down upon the black artists.
I am so secure as to who Pauletta is. And actually, is that my mother raised me in a way to know that who I am. Yes. So actually, he married me for who I am.
Denzel Washington married Pauletta for her true self, and I don't dispute that. I hope you're ready for this hot mess that is Denzel Washington, but just a heads up, you might need something stronger than just tea for this one. Does he also love that she turns a blind eye to every cheating allegation made against him? There have been quite a few incidents. The claims that Denzel cheated on his partner Sana Lathan date back to the 1990s, but they truly took off in 2003 when it was revealed that Denzel had an affair. Then the tea bag was that Sana didn't even realize her phone had contacted the individual and left a 3-minute voicemail as she was in the back of a limo set to hook up with Denzel. Rumors also circulated that she had become pregnant from Denzel, but later ended the relationship. Denzel allegedly told Sana that he was leaving Pauletta and that they would become the new power couple. They both deny the affair, but we all know Denzel has been linked to other women than Sana since before his marriage, don't we? In fact, I was astounded to learn that there might be more examples than I could have ever imagined after conducting some research. Like, were you aware that Eva Mendes and Denzel had a romantic relationship? Presumably, Eva supposedly ended things after learning what was happening with Sana. Another rumor from 2007 said that Denzel was seen in Vegas with a young hostess following the Mayweather vs. Hoya bout. A source claims that Denzel went with the aspiring actress, and the two of them slept overnight at the home where the celebration was hosted. Presumably, it's a lengthy list, so settle down. I'm only getting started. Alright, so someone revealed that he had seen Denzel in Studio City's Firefly a few times. Reportedly, he owned a home near the eatery high in the hills, and on the 3 occasions that someone observed Denzel, he was seated far in the rear in the outdoor seating area, with around 3 young white women dangling off of him. The girls were staring at him in amazement, as if he were a king or something, based on what that individual had revealed. Additionally, a previous source revealed that Denzel is a habitual cheater. She stated in her account that my husband said that Denzel was sitting pretty close to one of his friends who was at the Lakers game maybe 5 or 7 years ago. He heard Denzel say that white ladies were just there to suck him off as a blonde woman passed by. Presumably. Furthermore, an allegation has been provided by a woman who frequented the same salon as Pauletta, stating that Pauletta was aware of Denzel's frequent abandonment of their marriage. And yet another woman claimed that when the other women were praising Denzel, Olivia, his daughter, literally shrieked that her father is not who people think he is during a hair appointment. You know, the 2013 cheating scandal that made headlines worldwide was possibly the most scandalous event. Based on information from publications and purportedly for sale images, Denzel was seated alongside a young woman on a couch when the sequence of images began. He took hold of her arm and drew her close so they could kiss. Pauletta reportedly moved to New York, while Denzel stayed in Los Angeles due to the adultery incident. However, Denzel was able to talk his way out of that embarrassing circumstance in some way. Indeed, rumors circulated that Pauletta was thinking of divorcing, but she chose to stay with Denzel after he gave her a charming chat. According to a source, Denzel was able to persuade Pauletta to pardon him because he has a reputation for talking his way out of situations. When she questioned him, he denied any wrongdoing once more. The images were never posted online, thus someone had to spend a significant amount of money to ensure they weren't moved around. Just so you know, the claims of cheating occurred around the same time. In an interview with Ebony, Pauletta added, "I live with this man. I can see the dark side. I notice the depressing aspect. I can see every detail he is aware of and possesses. As his wife, I provide stability for him. That's what gives him power, even though he abuses it. I realize that offers him a fantastic foundation from which to launch himself, but I can't linger on that. I'm not sure about you, but those seem like words from Pauletta, who was fully aware of what was happening." That wasn't nearly the end of Denzel's cheating binge, though, as he was accused of cheating once more with Paula Patton around a year later. When Denzel and Paula teamed up for Two Guns, rumor had it that their relationship was more than simply business. Denzel and Paula had worked together since 2006. Upon learning of Paula Patton and Robin Thicke's split, Denzel allegedly seized the opportunity to get in touch with Paula. Well, one concerning observation that individuals have made throughout the years is the disparity in statements made by Denzel and Pauletta about their relationship. Let's start at the beginning and talk about how they met, even though I'm not sure if it's because of aging. Although they didn't click right away, Denzel and Pauletta both acknowledge that they initially met on the set of the 1977 television film Wilma. Pauletta was one of the track stars in my first TV movie role, which was on Wilma Rudolph. I played the role of Wilma Rudolph's fiancé who later became her husband. Not jesting. Yes, whoa. However, I met her then, even though I didn't meet her at that time. Yes, that's when I noticed her. The uncertainty started when Denzel and Pauletta didn't cross paths again for several months. Pauletta claimed that when they first met, a remarkable incident occurred. She went on to say that Denzel and his pals turned up at the end of a party that their common buddy, who was also in the movie, had organized. After their reintroduction, Pauletta went to a performance the following evening. She arrived late, crept in, and sat down without checking to see who was sitting next to her. It seems that at the intermission, the lights were turned on, and she was seated directly beside Denzel. However, based on what Denzel revealed, it appears that Pauletta chose to attend the play after hearing him mention at the party that he would be seeing one the next night.